Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me on this live chat. I am back. I am Erica, owner a registered pharmacist for close to 10 years now, and I am coming to you with just another season's greeting and also some helpful information concerning bisphosphonate therapy and vitamin D therapy, which is usually prescribed together in sync just because those two medications are known to increase the bone mineral density as well as um, bring down fracture risk for those patients who are dealing with osteoporosis. And so I do want to reiterate the fact that vitamin D is also important. Your doctor may prescribe vitamin D2, which is the ergocalciferol, or he might prescribe vitamin D3, which is the cholecalciferol. And I have a product here today, vitamin D3, 1,000 units, and it can be prescribed from 400 units to 1,000 units once a day for a continuous period of time, just until your vitamin D level reaches the suggested amount, depending on your stage of osteoporosis and your diagnosis. Okay, so your doctor will do all of those with lab work and so forth. And then also with the bisphosphonate therapy, bisphosphonate therapy is the number one go-to medication when being diagnosed with osteoporosis. It is the medication class of choice, and it has a safety and a known history, side effect history, and it's very stable class of medications and very well known in the medical field and pharmaceutical field. So your doctor will probably prescribe a bisphosphonate first as first line therapy when dealing with a newly diagnosed osteoporosis. Okay, so in the previous video, I did talk about bisphosphonates because I did study it before, and I did it in service at one of the local hospitals here in Mobile, and so I was able to do that, and I do want to share that information that I learned with you today. And that information hasn't really changed as far as the clinical trials, the clinical studies that have the post trials and things like that have not really gone forth or gone out. So I do want to share that information with you today. Vitamin D is converted to active vitamin D, first in the liver and then through the kidneys. Vitamin D is stored in the skin cells, and it is developed through UV light, which comes from the sun rays. And then once that occurs, the liver does its part, and then the kidneys does its part. So liver and kidney function is very important in the development and essential function of vitamin D. Okay, and so if you're not getting adequate vitamin D in your diet, then a vitamin D supplement will be dietary supplement will be warranted, and so your doctor will prescribe a over-the-counter vitamin D or a prescription for something that you get from your pharmacy directly. So, with that being said, I have here vitamin D3, which supports bone, teeth, and immune health as well. And it helps. Vitamin D helps with absorption of other vitamins and minerals in the gut lining. And so vitamin D does a lot of different functionings. So we want to be sure that we have adequate vitamin D in our diet and that we're getting good amount of sunlight. And then also we want to make sure that if we're not, we're taking our dietary supplements as well. Vitamin D helps with the absorption of calcium, and it helps with phosphorus as well, and it helps with the thyroid cycle. So vitamin D can help helps in different ways. And so it is very essential that we get enough in the diet. Okay, and then I just want to make sure that we are reminded during the holiday season again. If you haven't, I'm just going to reiterate it again because that's what I like to do. And if you haven't seen me in the other videos, I just want to remind everyone these little small tidbits. Watch your exercise, get you a steady regimen, watch your dietary intake, watch your portion sizes, make sure you're eating green leafy vegetables and fruity berries, protein, and non um, carbonated fiber. Okay, you want to decrease your squishy, starchy vegetables and get those green leafy vegetables. Get those root vegetables, also like carrots that are good for the eyes. They contain a lot of vitamin A, which is good for the carotene, which is good for development of the eyes and also the skin as well. You want to make sure you get all of those into your diet over this holiday season, and watch our sugar intake, our carbohydrate intake, watch our bread intake. We want to choose whole wheat, 100% whole wheat products, which is your whole wheat breads and your whole wheat quinoa, your whole wheat rice, and so forth. And then don't forget also fiber. We want good fiber, and those come from the whole grains. Okay, those grass derived products. Okay, and then also we want to be sure that we are not only eating properly, exercising 150 minutes per week, and then you can also incorporate weight training and weight balancing in that as well for high impact weight training, which helps with balance, mobility, stability, and also helps to decrease risk of decreased bone mineral density. And we also want to be sure that if we're taking over-the-counter prescriptions such as cough syrups, medications for cold and winter season, we want to be sure that we're taking medications that are specific for what we need, not over medicating ourselves, not taking additional ingredients, but we want to be sure that we are actually taking medications that's very specific to what we need. If we have a slight cold, we don't want to choose or purchase a product that treats cold and headache. We want to treat the specific indication, and that's going to be the headache itself. So we don't want to over medicate. We don't want to overdose. We want to make sure that we are speaking with our pharmacist, asking many questions, and getting their suggestions as well. And besides that, there are homeopathic medications that we can choose that consist of all natural substances that are not prescribed, that are not drugs or active ingredients, but they are all natural. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. Then there's probiotics for occasional discomforting, GI discomforting. So there are probiotics that we can use as well that are over the counter. Okay, and then don't forget our multivitamin on board. Depending on our age and our gender, having multivitamin helps to give us those vitamins and minerals that we might not be getting out of our regular diet. Then we want to make sure that in our diet that we're again choosing lean meats, and we're choosing high protein and high fiber items, and also share that with your neighbor, share that with your family member, and encourage activities and behavior habits that are health conscious and that are good habit forming. Okay, and then we also want to ensure that if we are past tobacco users, that we choose not to consume or smoke tobacco, because tobacco is known It's widely known that tobacco does cause cardiovascular risk, and it causes clogging of the arteries or atherosclerosis. And then also tobacco can cause increase risk of falls and bone fracture as well. So it is known that those patients could consider at this time of the year smoking cessation. I do have videos about that. Smoking tobacco cessation videos are available on my channel, and I do have some products that I recommend. And you can take a look at those videos. And I'm also on TikTok as well. Those same videos are on TikTok. There are nicotine patches, and then there's Chantix prescribed medications. Chantix prescribed medication is a first starter pack, and then there's a continuation pack for as long as you need. And then there's a nicotine patch where you can try a patch once a day for nicotine cravings, and you can use it also with other products that contain nicotine in case the cravings and side effects from or withdrawal increase. So if you choose a stop date for nicotine use, then you can also begin the patch on the same day. So just be mindful of that as well. There are there are some pharmacists out there that can sit down with you and talk with you to help you decide on a quit date and what products you think may be specific for your need. So do watch those videos. They're no cost to you. They're free. They're available. They're out there, and you don't have to take my word for it. Visit the American Heart Association. Yes, visit the American Heart Association, and also do watch the videos that I have as well. Okay, and I have a whole playlist uh, that are just for smoking cessation. So it's a very important, very important topic, because smoking tobacco is known and does cause cardiovascular events. So I'm glad that I had the chance to reiterate that on this video. Also, I want to make mention of, I think I've gone over everything, omega-3 fatty acid. Omega-3 fatty acid is good for heart protection, and it's also it's good for heart protection to protect the heart against cardiovascular events such as heart attack and events like that. So coronary artery disease. So we want to make sure that we incorporate omega-3 fatty acids into our diets, and that comes from fish, comes from tuna, it comes from sardines, it comes from herring, and those type of oily fish that naturally have oily skin. Those oily skins are very good to help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and coronary artery disease. Also, I learned that omega-3 fatty acids lower cholesterol. Yes, omega-3 fatty acids lower cholesterol as well. So it's working in two different directions to help with heart functioning, artery functioning, to help reduce hospitalization because of heart attack and so forth. So we want to make sure that we have an omega-3 on board, especially if you have a family history of heart attack, you've had a prior medical history of some sort of event. Do make sure you have omega-3 in your diet. And then there's also some supplements that are available that I have recommended in my videos, such as Mega Red. Mega Red is uh, a good vitamin because it has the omega-3, it has the phospholipids, and it has an antioxidant in it as well. And all of those work together to protect the heart cells, okay, and help to lower cholesterol as well. And they are at a discounted price, and they are available on the market. There's no shortage going on. Manufacturers are producing them, and you can go to the manufacturer's website to read the manual label. to read the actual label to find out actually what it consists of, and its proper data and analysis that have come with it to support its use on the market. So do feel free to do your research on that and find out what actually works best for you. But I have made those recommendations because um, I have them, and I did have them for sale, but I do have them, and I do want to make sure that I'm using them as teaching material, and I do want to share what I have with you. Okay. Besides probiotics, besides omega-3 on board, besides having a multivitamin on board, I also did a video on my personal vitamins that I take. I take ashwagandha, which is good for anxiety and stress. And then I also had mentioned echinacea, which is good for immunity, yes, boosting, and then green tea, which is good as an antioxidant. We know green tea is good as a drink, but it also comes in a capsule form, and then you can open the capsule and you can cook with it, or you can just consume it with a 8 ounce, 4 ounce glass of water a few times throughout the day. And then the other one that I had that I did a video on was the oh gosh, ashwagandha, echinacea, green tea. Oh wow, I forgot. Well, anyway, was it a multivitamin? No, it wasn't a multivitamin. It'll come to me. Yes, I remember. It was vitamin B complex. Vitamin B complex provides energy. It provides a natural source of energy. There are foods and so forth that contain vitamin B complex. That's vitamin 1, 2, 3, so forth, vitamin 6, and so on. But vitamin B complex is good for energy boosting. Gives you a natural boost. Prescription wise, it comes as an injectable, but it is available over the counter for in the tablet form or capsule form for consumption as well. So do be on the lookout for that. Okay. And I thank you all for joining me on this video. And please leave your comments below. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to inbox me or like, share, and subscribe. And then also, I want you to visit my website. Visit my website, www.themillenniumpharmacy.com. Themillenniumpharmacy.com. Okay. My store is now online. Um, the store is online totally, and you can shop, you can leave comments, you can just go and visit, see what I have that you might like. Merchandise, I have products for personal hygiene. I have walkers and canes. I have toiletry. I have pill boxes and pill cutters in case you have to divide a dose, or you have to take a fourth of a dose or half of a dose. Pill cutters are available, and I do have those available as well. I have eating utensils for those who are disabled and who may need special eating utensils that actually bend for those particular patients. They have a thicker handle for grip, and then I also have wipes, bath wipes as well, and also things like t-shirts, and I have coffee mugs, and I have all of that stuff for you to look at and enjoy. And I hope that you do over the holiday season. And I look to speak with you on the next video chat. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be signing off. And this is Erica on Ebola. And here's the vitamin D. Vitamin D 3, 1,000 units. Okay, vitamin D, 1,000 units. and it is good once a day, just once a day for that extra vitamin D supplementation. Okay. All righty. Thank you for joining me. Have a good evening. Bye bye.